Hi, and welcome back to the Hope Device. I'm Stephen Eales. This is module number 24. It's our final module. And we're talking about mentors and teachers. There are some mentors and teachers who have stood the test of time. You'll know them by their wise quotes and outstanding lives of love and accomplishment. I speak of the early spiritual leaders like Buddha, Jesus, Abraham. Even thought leaders and philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Confucius. There's so many more, but I won't list them all. You'll most likely know many of them anyway. The Greek word philosophy literally means love and kindness, so it's little wonder those teachings have stuck around for so many years. They are the essence of a real life. Interestingly, Socrates mentored Plato, and in turn, Plato taught Aristotle. It was a time of formidable wisdom. There's also a line of belief that the three wise men from the East that came to Jesus at his birth were in fact Buddhist wise men who mentored him. I haven't found any text to confirm that story, but it does make sense that Jesus would have had mentors, and they are the most likely candidates. Enter the modern age, and we have sages such as Napoleon Hill, Wallace D. Wattles, Earl Nightingale, Tony Robbins even. Men who have studied the natural laws of the universe and practiced their discoveries until they overcame poverty and lack, or disease and sickness. It's not just a man's place by any stretch either. Reading women like Eleanor Roosevelt, Helen Keller, Louise Hay will change your life for the good. Why do we have mentors? Simple answers: for the shortcuts. Accountability. Broader knowledge base. What does all that mean for us? Basically, we need shortcuts. Why would we want to walk a path, stepping into the same potholes, stumbling over the same objects, and getting lost at the same junctions as the guy who went before us, if he's prepared to guide us through? A mentor knows the pitfalls and booby traps along the way, and he or she knows the shortcuts through the mazes. When we set a goal or dream and we set out on our GPS course, what happens when we deviate from it? Either we get lost, or we listen to the advice of the GPS voice as it recalculates the route. We need accountability. Bottom line here is we have someone to share our goals with that are completely objective to the goals but not to you. If you stray from your purpose or intended destination, your mentor might ask if that's the direction you set out upon. They may give you a nudge to do this thing or not do that thing. They may guide you to read a certain book or practice a certain skill that could build a muscle group for your journey. You may hear your own claims reflected back to you with comments like, "Didn't you say you were going to?" Have you completed that task you set for yourself? And let me tell you, the first few times you hear that, it really smarts. But after a while, you understand it's for your benefit, and most often it's something you've put in place for yourself. We need a broader knowledge base. On our own, we tend to be a little two-dimensional. We only have our own observations and experiences to draw from. Even after we read a quality book, we can benefit from another wise interpretation of it. There are times when we completely exhaust our own database of knowledge and wisdom just won't come. It's then that we reach out to a mentor. More often than not, a wise teacher will talk of their own experiences on the matter, but then show us how and where to find the answers for ourselves. When two or more minds are in accord, a third mind is created. We call this a mastermind. It's a strange phenomenon, but very effective for problem solving and useful for forging ahead in personal progress. A mentor is usually an adept at creating such a growth environment. So I recommend you seek out several mentors, one for each of these areas: personal growth, relationships, finances, health and wellness. One person won't be the best mentor for all of these areas. Look for the fruit on the tree. For instance, not everyone in the finance industry has wealth, and not many wealthy people are in the finance industry. Not all relationship counsellors have a stable, loving partnership, while those that do may not have considered offering their experiences, unless asked. Not all trim people are well, etc. When looking for a personal growth mentor, a live wire motivator may not suit your day-to-day lifestyle. Look for someone who's been through the minefield and yet lives a good quality life of love and well-being. You'll know them when you find them, but don't assume that you don't need them. You do if you want smooth growth. As always, this has been a fantastic, fun topic to bring. In fact, the whole program has been a real blessing for me personally. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed it and have seen your growth begin. Much love and appreciation to you for being a part of the program. I hope your hope has been restored and relit. I'm Stephen Eales. Ciao.